Welcome to the GCN Tech Show.
I'm Oliver Bridgewood.
And I'm Alex Payton. Coming up this week, Chris Froome has gone ORO. We've got a shiny new bike from Moots, 3D printed titanium tools, and a new show segment.
Plus, our main talking point this week, there's a lot of really nice bikes out there. Some would even say super nice. But which is the most desirable bike in the world?
Let's find out.
What is the most desirable bike in the world? Well, we've created a shortlist and a few little stipulations. We've limited it to drop bar bikes and also one bike per bike brand as well.
But I've been wondering, how are we going to determine which is the most desirable bike?
Why not create a bunch of polls in the GCN app and do a one-on-one knockout tournament leading to a final of the two most desirable bikes?
Not now, suggestion boy.
Yeah, that's actually a good suggestion, to be fair.
Yeah, I'd probably go with that.
Did his hat have a propeller on the top? First up, let's take a look at last week's poll. So Manon and I asked if you need the best bike to race on, and 84% of people said, no, you can race on any bike.
Yeah, I agree, you can race on any bike, but I think you can't win on any bike. Because if you think about the ORO bike that we've used, the cheap Amazon bike, even Andrew Feather couldn't win on that bike.
Yeah, okay, you raise a good point.
But he could race on it. Yeah. Anyway, if you do want to see people trying out racing for the first time on a variety of different bikes and not top spec ones, we've actually got a really good documentary series following that on GCN Plus. So it's, in loads of detail, it's great, and it's got Tom Southam in there.
World Tour to Cat 4. No, yeah. Cat 4 to World Tour even. Be the wrong way around, wouldn't it? Anyway, on to our main talking point for this week. Now, in coming up with our shortlist, we've included some of the more popular bikes from Google search data, and we've also included some lesser known models which are still highly desirable, and not all of them are made from carbon fibre.
Well, yeah, I mean, the most desirable bike in the world might not be made from carbon fibre, entirely possible. But in coming up with our shortlist, which we're going to present in a minute, if you feel that there's been a miscarriage of justice, if you, the viewers, feel that there strongly should be bikes in there that we haven't represented, then comment down below and get your friends to upvote those comments. And if there's significant weight and popularity of those comments, then we will add those in to the shortlist. We've left a little bit of space.
Oh, that's a good point. And also, before we jump onto our list, we want you to make note that when you are voting, vote on the frame set itself, not the group set or any fancy pants custom paint.
Yeah, well, to a lesser extent. Mainly focus on the frame.
Yeah. Should we go with our first one?
Reveal the list.
First up on the list is the Pinarello F. Trust you to put your bike first up on the list.
It's great.
This is the brand's flagship model and quite possibly a contender for the overall.
Yeah, well, it's Italian.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and it's really modern and aero and stuff. Anyway, next on our list is the Colnago C64. Again, Italian, really cool. Lugged construction, custom sizing, entirely made in Italy.
Not the fastest bike in the world, but it is very cool.
It is very cool and very desirable.
Okay.
Next up is the Specialized Tarmac SL7. This is, one of the most successful pro bikes, the most successful pro bike in terms of wins, mainly because Specialized sponsor more than one team, but impressive nonetheless. And we see a lot of these in the bike vault. Very sexy, very popular bikes in the bike vault. So,
Canyon Air Road CFR next. This is possibly one of the fastest bikes in the world and also incredibly desirable, especially if you account for the attention that Si gets when he's riding his.
Next up, we wanted a steel bike in the list, and so we chose the official Batain Portofino. These are custom frames and absolutely beautiful, covered in intricate, nice details, exquisite paint jobs, but with modern touches as well. So fully internal cable routing and things on a steel frame. It's kind of a bit like a resto mod car, like a Singer 911 or Alphaholics GTAM.
Orbea Orca OMX next. Now this is the flagship model from the Basque brand. Now we decided to include the Orca, not the Orca Aero, because this is more of an all-rounder bike, and also the Aero storage on the Aero Orca kind of divides opinion a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. The Bianchi Specialissima. Again, like the C64, it's not a modern aero bike, but it is very lightweight and beautiful. It has a classic frame silhouette and, well, it looks incredible in Celeste.
Cervelo S5 next. This is the Jumbo Visma weapon of choice, and it's the great-grandson of the original aero bike, the Cervelo Soloist, and it's very distinctive with that split stem design.
Sturdy, 3D printed titanium frames. Now, bit of a wildcard entry this, not that well known, but they're incredibly intricate, incredibly beautifully well made, distinctive, and, well, very exclusive. You can only make so many. These are one-man band. And when we've included it in content and videos, they've been incredibly popular. So, well, we figured there's nothing else like this. It's pretty desirable. It's in.
Trek Madone next, and you've posted a picture of one of these before, and it was incredibly popular on Instagram. A bike named after Lance Armstrong's favourite and most popular training climb.
Yeah, definitely one of the most popular bikes. Cannondale Super 6 Evo. Right, I mean, the Cannondale Super 6 has been around over 10 years now, and it still remains an incredibly popular bike, as you can see from Google search data. Question is, though, is it still super desirable? We'll find out.
Villia Zero SLR as well. What about that? Now, I know we've said this list isn't all about the looks of the bike, but I mean, come on, in the Astana team colours, it looks absolutely incredible. Very beautiful Italian machine.
Yeah, it really sells the bike, those paint jobs. Next, we wanted to include some custom carbon, and so we've put in the Parley Z0 custom. So these frames, completely bespoke, made in the USA, which again is pretty desirable thing for a lot of people. And, well, they're not cheap, but they're very exclusive and very nice things. The BMC Team Machine. Now, this doesn't have that sort of cliched, romantic, heart and soul image of an Italian bike like a Colnago or a Bianchi, but instead it offers something different, which is Swiss precision engineering that's been designed by AI that has far superior cognitive abilities to us mere humans. It's exclusive, very expensive.
But what about the Vermouth Disc RSL? This is a USA-made titanium frame. It's got beautiful details and construction worthy of the hashtag world porn. It's an all-road bike. It's really nice.
Yeah, very desirable. Giant TCR Advanced SL0. Now, this is a very light bike, below the UCI limit with disc brakes. We actually rode it in Wales in a day when we did that, and, well, it performed incredibly. It's also a bike that's kind of renowned amongst the people that have them as being sort of a great handling bike.
Talking of light bikes, what about the Merida Sculptura, the team bike of Bahrain Victorious? You and I even rode one when we were racing against Fred Wright. Incredibly light, 6.7 kilograms for a disc brake bike.
Yeah, that video where we raced Fred Wright, it's me and Alex versus Fred Wright from Bahrain Victorious. It's coming soon, stay tuned. Into the last two bikes of the current shortlist. Starting with the Factor 02 VAM, which is Froome's current bike at Israel Premier Tech. Like the Pinarello F and also the C64, it's a bike that's available in both rim and disc brake versions, and the Bianchi Specialissima as well. So there's a few rim and disc brake versions. You can have whichever you prefer is more desirable when you vote. But the disc version is said to come in at just 6.6 kilograms for a size 56.
Right, final bike on the list, the Scott Addict RC. Now, Scott have long had a reputation for building lightweight bikes, carbon fibre specifically, and their latest Addict is a lightweight aerodynamic bike which sits right on the UCI's weight limit.
It's nice, I like the cockpit on that one too.
Very fancy.
So that is our list. Make sure you head on over to the GCN app. We'll post links down below to the polls so that you can vote on them, and then we will reveal the results in next week's show and determine once and for all which is the most desirable bike in the world.
God, I'm really excited about this.
I am as well. Yeah, we're going to post several polls throughout the week to make sure we can work it out.
Make sure you click down below and get voting. We need to get lots of votes on this, don't we? Make it accurate. It's now time for Hot Tech.
First up this week, Chris Froome has gone all aero. Now, we spotted this picture that he posted on his Instagram feed, and first inspection it just looks normal, but then when you take a closer look, you can see he's riding narrow bars and he's moved his shifters inwards to get more aero. Now, quite a lot of sort of testing has shown that this can be more aero. We've seen Remco Evenepoel sort of do it, but Chris Froome hasn't done these kind of things in the past, and I'm wondering, maybe it's a sign of the time. It's maybe because his powers are waning and he doesn't have the megawatts that he used to have. Maybe he's now like the rest of us looking for alternative means to sort of gain some kind of advantage.
Now, I'm all for sort of narrow handlebars, trying to optimise the aerodynamics, but in my opinion, I think a 36 centimetre wide handlebar is the narrowest that you should go. I think, in my opinion, any narrower than that is starting to get in the realms of a little bit silly. And in terms of having your lever hoods turned in, flat out, it's a no from me.
I mean, I've never tried it, so I'm not going to knock it till I've tried it. Maybe we should do a video on levers turned in.
Yeah. Imagine you having to brake and pull your levers sideways.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably just reserve our judgment until we see how he goes in his first race.
He's going to win it.
Imagine that. Beating our own words. Snacks of the week, our own words. Up next is a brand new titanium bike from Moots. It's the Route ESC and is a bike designed to take on particularly loose and deep gravel, according to them. And as such, it's got space for up to 2.4-inch wide tyres, so incredibly wide there, much like what you'd see on a mountain bike. We've got 3 bottle cage storage locations, loads of mounting points, and a really wide range of gears on this bike, which, according to Moots, they say will allow you to climb up to the steepest of climbs to where the goats reside. And for a more thorough and in-depth look at this bike, Si's actually made a really good video detailing all of the stuff that you want to know. So you should probably head over and check that out on GCN Tech because it came out 2 days ago.
Oh, that's cool. Next up, if you've got the most desirable bike in the world,
yeah,
we're back to that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then you're probably going to want the most desirable chain whip in the world.
Yeah.
To like take your cassette off.
Yeah.
Which could well be this. It's a 3D printed titanium chain whip from Silka.
Yeah, this is incredible. So I spotted this the other day and it kind of stood out to me for a number of different reasons. One, it's incredibly lightweight. 2, it's particularly expensive. And 3, I just see it as a real an object that you buy because you're into all of your fancy bits of tech and kit. You're not buying it just for the function of it. You're buying it because it's that specific version.
Yeah, so it's 80 grams, and it's how much does it cost?
I think it's around $134. I think I need to double check the prices, but hopefully we'll have a little graphic on screen display on that.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Also, the chain on the chain whip is titanium nitride coating, which it says is hard wearing. There you go. Chris Froome is back in hot tech this week.
Chris Froome special.
It is like a Chris Froome special, but this is due to his links to Hammerhead, so the GPS head unit brand, because they've just been acquired by SRAM and added to their portfolio of brands, alongside things such as Quark, Zip, maybe RockShox suspension.
Does that mean that Israel, Premier Tech and Froome are going to be riding SRAM group sets now?
I don't believe so, but it does pose an interesting question. Also...
What's that?
Well, maybe they will for the next season.
Oh, yeah.
Just try to catch me out there. Also, it's potentially good news for Froome himself, as I believe he's a backer of Hammerhead products himself, rather than just using them on the team.
Well, he's got to think of the future and what comes next, hasn't he?
Yeah, fair point.
I mean, we all do. I'm not saying he's past it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now, at the start of the show, I promised you a new segment, so here it is.
Yeah, we've got some exciting news. We want to celebrate bike shops because they're an integral part of cycling tech culture, and we're going to give you, the viewers, the opportunity to submit and champion your local bike shop or just any bike shop that you just really like, and you're able to submit it in the GCN app.
And then what we're going to do each week, Ollie or I, or maybe even Man on one week, are going to pick out 2 of these bike shops, put them head to head in some sort of grand slam big showdown to find out each week which one is going to be voted the best bike shop in the world. And then, well, we'll award them a prize, and well, if we can send out something cool like a GCN Tech sticker that you can display in your shop window with great pride. Yeah. Well, there you go. Just bigging everyone up a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, keep an eye out. It's going to be appearing in the app where you can submit. So ideally, you're going to be submitting photos and then probably a brief description as to why this bike shop's really good. Have they done you a solid?
Yeah.
And repairing your bike. Maybe they just have great coffee, a great atmosphere, or it's just filled with amazing bike jewellery and amazing, beautiful things to look at.
Yeah, so get your thinking caps on, start making a note of all the different bike shops you've been to, get some pictures of them, and then maybe next week we'll give you all the information on how you can upload them, and we'll get this thing fired up.
Yeah, let's celebrate bike shops. Time now for Alex's favourite part of the show, the Bike Vault, where you submit pictures of your bikes in the GCN app, and then we judge them to be nice or super nice. You can also vote on all the bikes submitted at home, so just submit your bikes. What was the most super nice bike last week?
The most super nice bike last week was a Pinarello Prince submitted by Seglan2.
That is very nice.
It is very,
but
I like
it's got
that
a
colour.
massive chimney.
It does have a big chimney. And
Big chimney. Marin would not like that.
whilst I don't want to sound, this is going to sound very sort of elitist, it looks like quite a small swimming pool.
Well, he spent all the money on the bike.
Yeah.
Also, it would look better if you had a shadow stand there instead of that stick. But still,
the GCN shop.
they are. Still, it is a very, very nice bike indeed. I
Yeah.
think you can ring the bell for that one.
Oh yeah, we'll ring the bell.
Do you know what though? I've been thinking.
Yeah?
We're getting see, that is like kind of like a super nice, but there are infractions there.
Yeah.
Like the chimney. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm thinking we need another category.
A third category?
Yeah. Like what's beyond super nice? Uber nice?
No. We need something that like really cool people do when something crazy happens, like a mic drop.
Yeah.
Remember when G did a mic drop when he won the tour?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a bell drop. So if,
Don't do it yet.
well, I'm going to give an example. So if and only if the bike is like blown
This
our
is
minds.
reserved
Yeah.
for the best of the best.
And I think we can only have one of these a week at most. Then,
Well, I mean, if that.
then I'll do a bell drop. Ready? 3, 2, 1, testing. Bell
It's
drop.
like the shiny Charizard Pokemon card of the Bike Vault.
Right, I'm going to get this. You sort the first one out.
Extremely rare.
Oh. Who's up first this week?
Richard Krauss with his Trek Madone SLR6. What do you make of that? Oh, look at that sun flare coming through the trees.
Oh,
That's a super
exquisite.
nice. That's a super nice.
Super nice, no shadow of a doubt. Next up is Chewbacca with their Villia.
Cento 1 Air Pro.
Oh, nice.
Next to a gate. Not quite in Biggie Smalls. Valves not aligned.
Accessories on.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Next up is Keith.
Myers cuff.
Thanks for sorting me out there. Did me a solid. With an Oro Venturi. Oh, a good wood
Is it
motor
good
racing
wood?
circuit.
I like it. I think that's a super. I mean, it's a little bit out of focus.
A little bit out of focus, crank's not quite aligned.
I think we can give that a super nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling lenient this week.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Patrick John next with his Marin Gestalt 3. SRAM rival on there.
Oh, it looks a bit of a dark image.
Underexposed. The sun
Underexposed.
is in front of him, and that's what's causing his problems.
It's got all sorts of things with the angles of the sun. Look how giant it's making the shadow of his pedal look.
Yeah, yeah. I'm.
It's just a nice, unfortunately. It's nice,
No,
but it's
no,
not
no.
super nice. Next up is rjsem. Great username there. Thank you.
Lightspeed Wattier.
Oh, this is quite a funky
I
looking
like
bike.
that. You know, I like that. I like that one. It's
Not in Biggie Smalls, but
It's not, but I'm going to go.
chimney.
It's got a chimney as well, but I just like
So
it.
are we going to let it slide with
You
a
know
few
what?
infractions?
I think that is a super nice.
What does it matter? We make the rules. Super nice.
Leigh Nichols 537 has got his Colnago ex-Rabobank team issue bike, no less, Extreme C. What do you make of that?
That, I really, really like that.
That is a beauty, isn't it?
That is really nice. Shame the cranks aren't aligned. It's a shame
wouldn't-
it's not in a big ring.
What he hasn't written on there is whose bike at Rabobank it was. I would love to know. If you can
Yeah.
let us know, get it, get right under the show in the comments.
I don't know that we can let this slide through as a super nice. It's not in the big ring. Are we going to just go for it? I really like this bike.
Yeah, it's a super nice.
Whatever.
Look at
super
it. It's even
nice.
got a Colnago stand for it on the rear wheel.
Oh, dear.
David Vanini
David Vanini.
with his Triban RC 520.
Oh, this is the last submission this week. I like this.
I think I'm not too sure about the.
Mismatched bottles.
But I like that the bottle matches the bike.
What group set have we got on here? Is it 105 group set of the people?
It is at the rear. I think the chain set might be Claris on that particular model, but I think it's really good. And I like he's done a wheel upgrade.
Wheel
on there
upgrade,
as well.
yeah.
Do you know what? I actually think that is a super nice, clean
Yeah.
photo, clear background. He's ticked all the boxes, apart from The storage bottle's grating me a bit, but that's the only thing that I'm struggling with is the storage
We have
bottle.
been very lenient this week. Super nice. Congratulations, that is our last bike for this week, which is quite a sad sort of bit to get to the end of the bike.
Yeah, I know, but I look forward to getting a bell drop.
Oh, I can't wait for a bell drop next week.
We know they're out there, the little unicorns of the bike vault.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed the show. If you have, give this video a thumbs up, share it far and wide, and comment in the comment section down below if you think we missed out some bikes off our most desirable list.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya. I'm off down the pub. You coming?
No.
Oh, bye.